if this is the actual collection, because right now, I don't really understand what I'm seeing.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. The very 6th episode of The Real Housewives of Lagos is out, and of course this one wasn't free of drama. So how did these all start? They gave us a recap of everything that happened last week. We remember the last week ended with Mariam and Chioma having a conversation as to why they didn't come for the meeting that Laura called for, to just tell them about her fashion line that's coming out and the fashion show she's trying to put up. So this week started with Laura and Aisha, who's partnering, they're partnering together on this project. Aisha's like the fashion person who owns a fashion, company and all of that. So Laura is trying to, bring out her collections and all of that. And then, we see them trying to, scout for the models, trying to check out the models, trying to check out the kind of outfits they want to put out and all of that. And it was an amazing one, really. The models looked really good. And of course, the planning went as well. And then we now saw Mariam and Chioma, the conversation that, ended last week, right? We saw Mariam and Chioma in a very lengthy conversation about the fact that why didn't they come? And Chioma was telling, Mariam that, I went for my aunt's 60th birthday in Abuja. And Mariam was like, it feels like if Caroline doesn't see you come for something, Caroline isn't going to come. And Chioma was like, myself and Caroline did not even have a conversation, even while she was going to Abuja. So why would she now not come? Because she isn't coming. I mean, Caroline has a mind of her own. But Mariam was telling Chioma that, the girls don't feel like that. The girls feel like if you, Chioma, is not going to come for something, Caroline will also not show up.
Really? But that's the way since.
No, I don't think so. Caroline has a mind of her own.
And honestly, the truth is this: for everywhere you see a Chioma, you always see a Caroline. There's been nowhere on this episode or on this whole reality show from episode 1 to 6 that we see a Chioma and we really do not see a Caroline. Both of them are like, they're like sisters who will never, give up on each other. Now, remember that Laura hasn't invited Chioma and Caroline for her fashion show because she feels like, I'm not cool with this guy, so why should I even invite them? But here we now see Mariam telling Chioma, to come for Laura's fashion show, and she should also bring Caroline along. So, this is an invitation that the other girls are not aware of. But Mariam is telling these people to come for Laura's fashion show. So in the long run, the day for the fashion show comes, and of course we see Chioma and Caroline on a phone conversation, and Chioma is trying to check out Caroline, what she's going to wear and all of that. And Chioma is telling Caroline that, I feel like some of those girls are not cool with you. Mariam especially saying that, you're very uptight, you didn't warm up to her on the first day that you guys met. And Caroline is like, Mariam was using some kind of words that she's a career woman and she's got kids, and there's some kind of words that she will not play with. But for you guys, that Mariam she's here and there. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about the word she uses. She will use the B word. She will use whatever word she wants to use at any time. So the day for the fashion event comes up, right? And the girls start coming. We see Tianaah. We see Yabojo, who came with her daughter because herself and her daughter are going to work the fashion way, right? And we also see Laura, of course, who's like, in charge of whatever she's doing, right? And in the long run, Mariam also comes up. And then we see Chioma, and then we now see Caroline. And everybody's wondering, these girls came, right? And of course, Tianaah isn't having any of that. Tianaah is like, see, if you guys want to fight to the bottom. If you guys want to just pretend. If you guys want to, don't start doing, hot here, cold here, hot here, cold here. And of course, one thing that actually got Tianaah angry, or Tianaah wondering, is the fact that how did these girls, who invited these girls, and I did not know. But before that, right, we saw Tony celebrating her 40th birthday, and of course she invited, Laura and Mariam to come share food and drink and, praying materials for the Muslim community. And it was amazing because you see these people who are like, they didn't have much, but of course she was providing them mats because most of these people were praying on the ground, and of course she provided them with mats and of course kettles for their water, and it was nothing short of amazing. But of course, she didn't tell Mariam and Laura that they should come in jean and top. So these girls came in jalabias, abayas, thinking they were coming to pray, but they didn't know they were coming to share stuffs to the people. Now it was time for the event to kick off, and of course Derele was the host. So the models started coming out, the fashion pieces and all of that. And then we started seeing some kind of reactions from the faces of the girls, especially Chioma. Chioma was like, come on, she's really under impressed. She's not impressed with whatever, Laura was putting out from all of that.
If this is the actual collection, because right now, I don't really understand what I'm seeing.
And while she was in the middle of all of that, we now eventually saw Tianaah trying to show Chioma her own pieces. So this is it. You're your friend's, strong way show, fashion show. Of course, you're also a fashion person, right? But here you are showing a mutual friend of yours, your own fashion pieces, trying to say, you know what, my own fashion pieces are doper than what we see right now. So Chioma wasn't also having any of that. Even though Chioma wasn't feeling the pieces, she felt it was wrong for Tianahh to be showing her own pieces that probably looked more elegant and fabulous than what Laura was trying to put out. And I feel that what Tony did there was quite wrong because, I mean, you are, of course, top-notch. You're a fashion person. Everybody knows you across the country. There's no celebrity you haven't worked with. But this is your friend who's trying to come out in the same business that you do. The best you can do is support her. I mean, give her moral support. I know that you don't fake things, right? But of course, tell her this was good, this was absolutely amazing. I think we could twitch this up in this place. I think we could walk around this one in some type of way. But now you're trying to divert the attention of the people from the main event, especially the people she wasn't expecting, that she eventually found who came, you know, and of course she up her mind, she'll be like, okay, I hope these people are impressed. But here you're trying to divert their attention from what they are here to see to what you have on your phone. One of the highlights of the event was Iyabo Ojo and her daughter Prissy walking the runway, and of course they looked amazing. I mean, daughter mother, almost the same size as size 8 or size 10 or whatever it was, but they were wearing the same kind of outfit. I mean, when I talk about the same kind of outfit, I mean the sizes, and they really, really looked amazing. I mean, I think that's one of the benefits of giving birth to your kids early. One of the benefits. I didn't say that's the benefit, okay? But of course, they looked absolutely amazing. And the event came to an end, and then we saw the girls trying to chit-chat, but still Tianaah was not having a word with Caroline or Chioma. And then after the show, you know, they were like, okay, where's the next place of enjoyment? And Mariam says, you know what, I'm going to host you girls on Thursday in my house.
Some of you, and I think the only person I've not really spoken to is Caroline. I'm inviting everyone to my house on Thursday for dinner. Please, please, please come prepared to have fun.
We're coming to eat, we're coming to dance, we're coming to drink, but please don't come with your drama. She was stylishly shading in a lot or whatever it was. Don't come with your drama. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a nice time, but drop your drama at your home. When you come to my house, no drama. If you start drama in my house, I'll kick you out. I mean, you know, that was on the lighter mood and all of that. And in the long run, the girls just hugged themselves. Chioma, Caroline did not hug Tianaah. Tianaah didn't hug anybody. They didn't say words to them. Everybody just left. And then we saw Laura, Tianaah, and Mariam having a conversation after Chioma, Caroline, and Iyabo Ojo left alongside her daughter. And you know, Tianaah was wondering, how did these girls come? Because Laura was like, you know what, I was not expecting these girls to show up. So I mean, they showed up, and well, I'm glad they did. The show went well. But Tianaah was like, you know what, we invited these girls. And then Mariam was like, you know what, I met with Chioma, and I told her to come with Caroline. And I actually told her to also come for the event. And then Tianaah wondered, oh, Mariam, you're my friend. So if you're going to invite these two people to someone's event, at least you should have told me, you're my guy. So if you didn't tell me, then I'm wondering a lot of things that you're still not telling me. And Laura on the other hand was like, you know what, Laura wasn't necessarily angry, but she was wondering that, you see, it's my event. So if I wanted to really, really invite them, I wanted to talk to them, I feel like I should have spoken to these people myself. You shouldn't have been the one, you know, representing me or talking on my behalf. But in the long run, it was a mild, you know, conversation. And in the end, we now saw what was going to happen in the forthcoming episode, episode 7. So we see the girls come to Mariam's house for the dinner. Mariam is there. She's the host. Iyabo comes. Laura comes, right? Tony also comes. And then they start waiting. Hour 1, second hour, third hour. Chioma and Caroline walking. After 3 hours, that the whole fun should have started. And then we see Iyabo calling their bluffs off, telling them, you know what, I don't like this rubbish that you people are doing. You guys are coming late. Another thing that we saw was the fact that it feels like Laura was complaining about the food that, you know, Mariam prepared. I think Laura started complaining from the beginning of whatever, that she didn't like the meals that she prepared and all of that. And I think also Laura was complaining about the fact that these girls came late. And then we see Caroline and Chioma in the car while they were driving off or whatever they were doing, saying that they waited about 6 hours before Laura's event started. So Laura's event was supposed to start for 2 o'clock, but the event did not start until 8 p.m. 6 hours later, that was when the event started. So right now, it feels like it's a tit for tat. You do me, I do you. You start late, I also start late.
On her fashion show, we waited for 6 hours for this woman. 6 hours only to go and watch God knows what, like nightgown.
But I think it's been a pattern for Chioma and Caroline to come late. I mean, this is not the first time they're coming late for events. When they were traveling to Abuja, in fact, Chioma, who was saying that they should travel to Abuja, she also came late for her own organized events, right? So I feel like these two people always try to come late for their event or for whatever social gathering that they try to put together. So that was what happened this season 6, this episode 6 rather, of The Real Housewives of Lagos. So please go to the comment section and let me know what you think about this. Do you think that Mariam was right? So I've invited Chioma and Caroline without the knowledge of Laura. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bells, and guess what? You get notified whenever I post a video. Go on all social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and of course on TikTok, and follow me at Olufemi. Until next time I come with very soon, it's bye for now.